Happy Tuesday, everyone. This is another edition of Tuesday Morning Shenanigans, filmed inside Maui Comics and Collectibles. I am Aaron of the Rave Corner, and joining me today, to my right, we have Swan, the War Chief, hashtag Encounters of the Nerd Kind. Say something.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm watching the Star Wars. I notice every episode I'm like looking.
You
off
are always
the camera.
Distracted.
I'm watching something or I'm playing something.
This
what
needs
can I
to
say?
stop.
Well, I'm looking at this show, and the thing that irritates me about Storage Wars is like there's people that aren't even a part of the cast, and I feel bad because they don't even put their names out when they bid. It just changes. But
Right.
no, these special people, they get their names. I'm like, oh man, aren't these people as well?
Okay. And then to Swan's right, we have Nick Hopkins. He is back, everyone. How you doing, Nick?
I'm back.
Yes.
I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
so...
also watching this show.
I mean, it's hilarious that you just see these guys guesstimating so much high prices. How fast does this sell? That's my question. Do they sell it for that price, or do they give a discount after that?
Okay, so today's discussion, we will be talking about Adult Swim infomercials. And for those of you who don't know what Adult Swim infomercials are, basically it is an Adult Swim series of 15-minute long episodes that air normally around the same time that people would expect to see infomercials. So although they are called, the shows are normally part of the infomercial series, the fact is none of them have any relation to one another. Everything is just completely random. And so you do have infomercials that are spoofs of actual infomercials. Others are just ripping on things that we would see on public TV, things of the generics some sort, or they're just out of their own director's imagination. And so your results normally do vary, but from what I've observed from my own personal experiences and with the friends who I talk to, your reaction will be one out of three things. Number one, you will either sit and think, what the heck did I just watch? Two, you will think this is probably the most hilarious thing that you have ever seen. Or three, you will just say, this is stupid. And I'm pretty sure that
was my response.
I think it's all three for Nick.
Exactly. So, guys, which infomercials have you seen?
I think the best one is just Too Many Cooks. I think that should be our show's intro, though. We should just do a 15-minute intro with a 2-minute show and just see how well everyone likes it.
Yeah, so Too Many Cooks, for those who haven't seen it, it is...
Cybernetic. What was it? Cybernetic, the acronym.
Yeah.
They did that. That was at the 8-minute mark, too, for that.
At the 8-minute mark, and the first 8 was just a really long intro, like Family Matters sort of sequence.
Well, it was like watching Full House until you saw the guy with the machete come out in the freaking G.I. Joe part.
Yes. Did you get that reference? I did not. What does a man wielding a machete have to do with commercials? Or so?
I don't know.
I'm not too sure either, and someone just walks in and out. I guess they do that a lot over here.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
Well, so basically the Too Many Cooks is just a 10-15 minute
With
long.
too many intros.
Yeah, too many intros. That's the whole gag. They're essentially trolling us.
I finally get it now. It's too many cooks, too many intros. It's like poetry.
Yes.
It's poetry. When it rhymes, it's like poetry.
Yeah. So it does take on a whole bunch of stuff. Like we've heard of that idiom before. Oh, there are too many cooks in the kitchen. So it is a pun, and at the same time, they're throwing an homage or a tribute to the sort of cheesy, campy style that we've seen from Family Matters, Full House.
They,
but then
throw the biggest twist in there.
Yeah.
And then they show like this little superhero scene, and the girl's spinning, and she gets whacked right there.
From the machete wielding guy. So I didn't get that.
I think they're just trying to do a unique toss around because it's Adult Swim.
Yeah.
So
like, could you imagine in the '90s you watch Dexter? Like, I think I would have liked the show a lot more. Could you imagine Dexter filmed in the '90s? Like, they do all that little stuff. It's like watching Blade in the '90s.
So Swan, you thought that it was like funny, really funny.
I was like first doing the Booker T moment. Tell me I did not just see that. But then I was just like doing. Sorry, still watching Storage Wars, and it's like one of those things where I'm just. This makes a lot of sense to me because I make no sense at all most of the time.
Okay.
And I liked it. I found it very stupid once they got to the space age part. And I'm like, okay, now you're going a bit far with it.
Yeah. Like for me, what I thought was this was stupid, and what the heck did I just watch? But here's the thing, though. After I acknowledged that it was stupid and it was, like a completely mind F, after it started to, I watched it when it first premiered, and since then it gone viral. Everybody started talking about it, including the gossip news sites or
Well, here's my thing: if
it
that
started
was
to
a
spread.
real TV station, what kind of budget do they have to have all those people on as a cast?
I have no idea.
That's hilarious if
So,
that's a real show.
Yeah, and so honestly, as soon as it went viral, and a lot of people were talking about it, and they were talking about rave reviews and stuff, I thought, what did people see? So, as much as I didn't like it, a part of me kept watching over and over again. Now I started to switch the role from a regular audience member to somebody who's actually trying to study this thing bit by bit and see what the whole pizzazz was, and I can kind of see it. What I concluded is that like, it is what it is. It is cool in its own right, just not really my own cup of tea. But Nick, what was your overall reaction to it?
I lost 8 minutes of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like that afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite part is when the girl's running with her name shining from the guy, and then she hides in the closet where it's shining super bright. I'm like, really?
Yeah, but Nick didn't even make it that far. He tapped out as soon as the machete guy came in.
Nick walked away and came back. Because after that, it was all revolved around him for the rest of the show until a cat blew him up. That's when I stopped. I tapped out once I saw the
So
cooks versus broth. Yeah, I lasted a minute longer.
I actually sat through the whole thing.
Like, this guy, he wins both of us.
No, because I'm trying to make sense out of everything when probably that's not the best approach that I
What's
wanted
that Justin Timberlake movie, In Time?
It's-
I think I gotta see him for 8 minutes more in my life.
But yeah,
like, for you, Aaron, you deserve like a full hour of your life right back. Like, props to you, man.
yeah, because like, there was a point of time in my life where I enjoyed things that are cheesy, but the ones that really tested me on a constant basis were these infomercials, because they really do range in style. Again, you had
Unedited bear footage is another one.
yeah, the unedited footage of a bear is another one that really tests you to make you think like, when do I want to quit, or do I just sit through the whole thing?
It was fake. Oh, I'm sorry. Were we talking about something?
We are still talking about
okay,
infomercials.
I'm just, the guy brought in a fake item, so I was laughing. Yeah,
I
it
see.
sucks.
So another one that I found hilarious was called Mops. So this one is something that I actually liked. Mops is about this really cheesy movie on VHS that people are fast forwarding through, and so that it's condensed into 10 to 15 minutes. So you hear you hear and you see a lot of fast motions going, and then people's voices are going, that kind of stuff. But basically, it's about a janitor who's working at an elementary school, and he's dealing with a lot of students who are either jerks who make a mess out of the cafeteria through food fight and all these other kinds of stuff, or you have this kid who gets sick and he's throwing up all over the place. So he is constantly on alert to be cleaning up their mess, puke, slop. He has to cover all these other kinds of grounds, and at the same time, the committee board, which involves the principal and all these other kinds of people who are high up there, they are really going down on him to saying, hey man, we notice that you are not keeping up with keeping our school clean. And they're bringing in all these graphs and statistical data on how much of an idiot he is and how far back he is falling behind. So the guy thinks, okay, I will go to my office, which is basically a janitor closet, but he grabs a book on how to build a robot, and he builds himself a robot that will clean up areas where he's not around. So he builds it from scratch, and he equips it with artificial intelligence, and the robot does very well, so it increases production and it keeps the school tidy.
Wait a minute. A janitor who has a background in creating AI?
Well,
why is he a janitor?
No, here's the thing. He learns how to build a robot.
Now you have me paying attention, but...
He learns how to build a robot because of this simple manual that tells you, it's like a dummy's guide on how to build a robot. So he's reading all the pages that are specifically detailed enough for him to comprehend and say, oh, okay, and I'll do exactly what the book says.
Is it the same AI from the movie?
No, it's not the same AI.
Because I want to say that he really messed up.
No, well, think of the quality in terms of storyline wise and the quality of the movie that you'd see from maybe the 80s or the 90s. It has that same cheese.
It sounds like a campy straight to VHS.
Exactly. Yes, it is that sort of thing. So the guy, he it does exactly what the manual says. He builds the robot, and the robot does exactly what he wants it to. But the janitor also happens to love a teacher in the campus. And because the robot was built by him, I guess it kind of copied how the janitor thinks. So the robot eventually starts to fall in love with the teacher as well. So when the janitor starts to figure out that the robot is starting to develop feelings, he basically sets things straight to tell the robot, hey, you can't do this. He basically scolds him, and eventually the robot starts to get rebellious and starts killing people one by one out of rebellion. And therefore the janitor and the teacher has to work together and stop the robot before something bad happens. He goes as far as to build a female robot to distract to distract Mops, which is why the title is called Mops, is because the robot's name is Mops. So he distracts Mops by building a female robot. That worked only for one night, but Mops still has his sights on the female teacher, so they have to go as far as to stop his whole plan. And then that's the end of the movie.
For a straight to DVD or straight to VHS movie, it tackled some serious subject matter of robots and what defines you as a person.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So for a straight to DVD, I'll give it that. Also, building so he can build artificial robots. Why not just be like, why am I not just selling robots now?
Yeah. But absolutely, you guys gotta watch this, because here's how funny the straight to VHS quality is. So not only are you watching an entire movie, but it being fast forwarded, in between the movie you get like two or three commercial breaks of these really horrible 90s style commercials, and they leave that in there. So oh man, I guess one guy was selling wigs, but it was like these really horrible products that you would never ever be interested in. So that alone is something that would actually make you appreciate the novelty of it. Again, there's unedited footage of a bear, which will troll you. It will.
Which is just unedited footage of a bear.
So
with the twist at the end.
So this is one of those cases of judge the book by its cover.
Exactly. Yeah. So unedited footage of a bear is basically, it starts off with with just the footage of a bear, but then it fades out, and then it cues you into a really messed up parody of one of those allergy medicines that has a lot of those warnings, like don't take this when you have this sort of health condition, and side effects may occur.
May include, death.
Yeah.
It's always my favorite.
So
side effects may include death.
It is all that and more.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad you didn't show me that one.
Yeah, but there are so many more, and if you were to type up list of Adult Swim infomercials, it will tell you exactly what came out, and it's been going on for years. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the show with the random question of the day, and Swan, you will provide this one. What do you have?
Oh, great! I feel like I'm gonna get convicted for this one. All right, so if we were all stuck together in a raft at the middle of the sea, what's one thing you would do to keep us all entertained?
I will make myself look like an idiot and try to make a telephone out of coconuts. It will never freaking work.
What about you, Nick?
Talk about all the things I dislike.
We'll definitely be
that can go on for years, basically.
Years.
Like all we need to do is throw you a subject that is so taboo to you, it'll automatically set you off. Like, hey Nick, tell me, what do you think about Stiltman?
He's dumb. He's so dumb. He's incredibly dumb. And that you would just hear me talking, like I would devolve into a lunatic, just rambling the word dumb over and over and over again.
Swan, what would you try to do?
I would be too busy eating one of you, so I don't care.
Why?
Because then, if he's talking about how much you hate something, all I need to do is wait and say, come on, say you hate something I like.
So,
and then we'll just see Nick drowned off in the middle of the side.
If anything, if you were to resort to cannibalism, it will be only at Nick's expense.
Your expense, too. I mean,
I would never get on your nerves. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. When you guys fall asleep first, you're going down. If you wake up missing a leg, it wasn't me.
Dude, you are skilled enough to do a makeshift fishing pole, and you could fish for all the food that you need, yet that's not good enough.
No.
Where am
I supposed to get the bait from, huh?
And when's he gonna get another chance to eat a person?
Yeah. Yeah, legally.
This is a once in a lifetime
It's
chance.
once in a lifetime. We're in the middle of the ocean.
Survivor's
There's nobody
rules.
there. There's nobody to stop me. It's not a crime. I'm just saying it's legal. Or I can just do this. Just go, alright guys, you guys want to see another way I like to masturbate?
You know, you just reminded me of that one episode of
Whose line is it anyway?
No. I was thinking.
That's where I got it from.
No, I was thinking of that line from The Simpsons, right? Where
There's a line in The Simpsons like that.
No, nothing like that. But it was about Homer hiking up that mountain because he wanted to show that he's so cool to his son, but at the same time he's doing it as an advertisement to an energy bar company. So he hikes up the mountain. He finds himself in a cave, and then he finds a dead frozen body with a bite mark. And then because he can't make it up to the mountain, he takes the dead icy body and he uses it as a sled to go all the way down. And when people discover the body, they find the bite mark there, and along it there is a note attached to it saying that I died in this cave, but before I died, Abe Simpson, which is Homer's father, tried to eat him, and I would just want to let my wife know that before I died, I dreamed of my wife killing Abe Simpson. So anyways, Abraham was there, and they found the bite mark, and they said, looks like someone tried to eat him, and Abe was like, you're all crazy, and then his dentures falls out, tumbles, and it latches onto that bite mark, and it's a perfect match. So they look at him, and he says, here's what I think happened, and then he turns around and high pedals it out of here. That's what I see you doing, Swan.
That's actually what I'll be doing. No, but when I said that, there's like a Whose Line Is It Anyway episode where it was the same question, and then Drew Carey walks up, he just goes, all right guys, you guys want to see another way I like to masturbate? And then that's his way of entertaining people. That's where I got it from. So it was actually World's Worst Survivors or something like that.
Okay, so all right, let's wrap it up. We are out of time, so thank you very much for watching this episode. If you like what you saw, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. Also, if you just thought of a random question of the day and you would love to see us answer it in the next episode, leave it in the comment section and we will answer them. Swan.
Also, don't get stuck with me on the raft.
Do not get stuck with Swan in a raft, or let alone in a deserted island where he might eat you.
No, if it was a deserted island, I'll have more fun. I'll try to find some way to make face paint and just dress up as somebody at the spear and just go savage on all you guys.
Okay.
I have a lot of pent up rage for such a nice guy.
Very much. Big thanks to Maui Comics and Collectibles. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Maui Comics. If you like figure reviews and more, please check out the Rave Corner. It's myfavorite.blogspot.com. And Swan?
Can I actually shout out to a person?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I want to just send a shout out to James Rolfe, man. I really like his stuff from Angry Video Game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like to watch your stuff too.
Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite channels watching is AVGN and Board Games. Did you watch the latest episode? That's where it's
I did not, but I will recommend that people watch Monster Madness.
I say people check that out because even his movie, that was such a great movie.
Oh, yes.
And NERDWatch. I can't believe I just said them last, but oh well. And yeah, NERDWatch Nation, follow us, subscribe, comment, do your thing. If you ever catch them talking to the comic book henchman that's never on the camera, that's me.
Yes, exactly.
What about you, Nick? You got anyone you want to shout out?
No.
Oh.
All right. So on behalf of
Hillary Clinton.
Okay. So on behalf of everyone at the table, thank you for checking out the video, and we'll see you next time.